As always, shout out to Dan for posting this. But we got 5 observations from today's training camp. Let's talk about it. Number 1, Joe Burrow came out firing with a 58-yard touchdown to T. Higgins, multiple throws to Jamar Chase. They got 2 number 1 receivers, said Bengals legend Isaac Curtis. This is a very special receiving corps. It's the best, which we can all agree on. Let's be honest. Let me get a better angle here. And also let me do that. All right. Now, we also saw today, and I think he's probably going to talk about it. Freaking love T. Is there was a lot of time today where Joe was scrambling. We saw some scrambling of Joe Burrow today, which, for better or for worse, we saw some moves. But number 2 is Anthony Munoz has attended both practices and sees some of his former O-line coach, Jim, in Scott Peters. I said to Dave Lapham, does this look familiar? What I love is the breakdown of techniques. I'm impressed not only by his teaching, but his intensity. And yeah, I love Scott Peters. I mean, you already know. I'm glazing Scott Peters like crazy. And I will, because he's an amazing offensive line coach. And when you have someone like Frank Pollock for so freaking long that was awful, you really start to like the guy who's actually competent and knows what he's doing. Defense spent time rotating through some basic tackling drill stations. Tackling has to improve, said Duke Tobin. I think that's the number 1 job. We have guys that can tackle better than they did last year, and they have to get back to that. Yeah, when you watch the Ravens game last year and see Tylan Wallace get an 80-yard touchdown after breaking 4 tackles on the play, where he would have maybe got like 5 or 6 yards, but he kept breaking tackles. Yeah. You start to really focus on that as a number 1 thing you got to pay attention to. And I'm sure Al, coming into this, understands and probably has watched that game and thought, oh, okay, let's work on it 100%. The O-line opens up some nice holes for Chase Brown and Taj Brooks. We have a lot of hat-on-a-hat good runs, said Teddy K. We have a lot of hat-on-a-hat good runs. Never heard that in my life. I thought it's been a good first 2 days of camp, even without pads. It's very physical out there. Yeah, I mean, across the board, especially now with football being back, it's going to get physical, man. It's going to get physical because these guys are competitors. They want to go out there. They want to hit somebody. They want to tackle somebody, right? And then you don't, obviously. It's your own teammates. But it's hard to take that out of the player, man. These guys are the top of their game. So they want to just go out there, get football back, and they just want to get that first hit on somebody. Obviously not your own player, but, Rookie Dylan Fairchild is getting the starting rep at guard. He's got some pretty freaky physical traits, and that's a good starting point to becoming a pro, said Dan Pitcher. That's certainly not the only thing you need, and we think he's got some other stuff too. And Dan Pitcher did tell us recently that he is not going to play any right guard. He's not getting any reps at right guard throughout training camp or throughout whatever. He is primarily going to be utilized at left guard and only left guard, which isn't surprising in the slightest, okay, if we're being honest here. Because we need that left guard position figured out. And they wanted to get him as much play time at left guard so he's ready to go week 1. Expect Dylan Fairchild to play a lot of preseason. That's what I'll say about it. Also, James went ahead and updated us. He says T. Higgins is 100% healthy, just stretched out. He could have returned. Miles Murphy got an IV. It was a hot process. Both guys are fine. Good to see. Good to hear. And no, Taj Brooks did. I don't believe Taj Brooks got any reps with the first team. I don't believe he did. He mainly is going to get reps with the second team because the first team, I'm going to guess, would be Chase Brown. Zach Moss is right now on the He is on the non-football injury list, so he's not there. He's not processing. Samaje Perine probably getting first team reps, I would guess. Those two guys. And then second team would be, Taj Brooks and then the rest of the guys there. So that would be my guess at least. Maybe he is, though. At the end of the day, I wasn't there at process, so I don't know 100%. But everything I saw, it looked like Taj Brooks was going with the second team reps today. But there's going to be times where he gets first team reps, It's not like, at the end of the day, it's not like Chase Brown, if anything happens to Chase Brown, God forbid, or something else, a setback, something happened, and we need Taj Brooks to be the main starter, he's going to get some first team reps throughout training camp. Not as much as Chase Brown, don't get me wrong, but he'll get some. Probably some gadget plays or some, different formations they might run. He'll get some time out there, but mainly he'll probably be with the second team. But we'll see. I mean, if he starts really showing off in training camp and he starts really looking good in training camp, they're going to move him up. They're not going to not move him up if he's looking good, because at the end of the day, you want to get the best guy out there. Obviously, Chase Brown's RB1, but there's a good chance if Taj Brooks looks really good over the next couple weeks, he could be RB2. Zach Moss is still, on a non-football injury list. Samaje Perine is not like Taj Brooks isn't going to be better than him eventually. So you never know. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace out.